Hi guys, this is Candy and you're watching Cotton by Candy. Today I have just a really quick unboxing video for you. I don't know if this really counts as an unboxing since it's in a package, but unpackaging doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I just got kind of an exciting package in the post and I wanted to share it with you, so I don't have my usual setup and I'm not wearing anything handmade. I have been quite sick this last week, so I'm sorry if I'm still sounding quite blocked up. So a little bit of backstory. A few weeks ago a friend of mine tagged me on a post by Cut Sew Patterns on Instagram. I think on all of their social media they call themselves Hey Cut Sew, but the actual company name is Cut Sew Patterns. And they were looking for reps for fall, or autumn as I would call it. I've been following them for a while and I really like their patterns, so I decided to throw my hat in the ring just to see what would come of it, and they picked me as one of their reps. I'm super excited about it because this company specializes particularly in Japanese fashion and cosplay, which are like two of the main things that I sew. Most of them are really beginner friendly and they are quite fashion forward, and it's not like anything else that I've seen on the market, especially from indie companies. They do mostly make paper patterns. I think they only have one PDF pattern available at the moment, and I've just received my very first pattern from them, so I'm super excited to open it with you guys. I am going to make a more in-depth video about this pattern and about the partnership at a later date. At the moment I'm just wanting to open the package and see what's inside. Here's the package. I'll just cover my address. So it was sent from Florida on the 21st of October and it arrived to me in Japan yesterday, which was the 4th of November. So that's what, like 2 and a bit weeks of postage time. So that's pretty good, I think, for international postage. Okay, I have my scissors. Let's dive in. Exciting. You hate that when you open one layer and there's another layer. I really think the essence of being a responsible adult is getting up and going to get scissors when you need them instead of trying to rip into something with your bare hands. Okay, here we go. Cool, it's just the pattern that's in there. Here it is. So the one that I chose is style number 20, which they've called, I don't know what they've called it. Tunic hood. So the cool thing that I saw about these patterns before I was sent this one was that they come in these resealable Ziploc bags instead of the normal like paper envelope that you know it's totally impossible to get all of the pieces shoved back inside of. So it has this info card on the front which has your line drawing and your illustration of your garment, and it's got all of your sizing and fabric quantity information on the back. What you can do is just detach this from the envelope so you don't have to take the whole thing when you go fabric shopping. Now rather than having the sizing and measurements printed on the actual envelope, it has a QR code which takes you to kind of a sizing chart where you input all of your measurements and it recommends for you which size would be best. So if you're a beginner, it can be quite difficult, I know, to decide which size to make when your measurements don't all fall within the same size category. So what their calculator does is look at all your measurements and work out which one would actually be best for you. However, if you're a more advanced sewist, you might prefer to grade between sizes, so it does also show you a sizing chart after you've input all of your measurements. So about the pattern that I chose, it is style 20. As I said, it's called Tunic and Hood. It is a unisex pattern. It's kind of a mid-thigh tunic with long sleeves and a high-low hem with side splits up both sides and a hood. And it also has this kind of gathered rollback cuff on it. I was really excited to see this one because I think it's going to be super versatile for both myself and my partner. In the winter, I am all about like wearing tunics and long tops and dresses and oversized sweaters and things with leggings. And I know that this is going to be badass for that. And my partner is also really into like long layering, especially in the winter time, so it's going to be really good for both of us. So the fabric recommendation for this one is two-way stretch knits, jersey or fleeceback jersey, or wovens with drape like flannel, fleece or linen. I think what's really interesting here is that they've separated the fabric quantity into the fabric that you need just for the tunic and for the sleeve. So if you want to make a contrast sleeve color like what they've got on the illustration here, you don't risk buying too much or too little fabric. Okay, so inside the envelope is the pattern. I don't want to open this up completely, but just to have a quick look. Okay, the paper is quite thick. It's like standard kind of printer paper weight. So if you have issues with the tissue paper that comes with the big 4 patterns tearing or like floating off across the room or animals ripping into it, then this will solve that problem. And looking at the pattern printing, there are 4 sizes, and rather than doing like different dotted lines, they've done a different shade of grey for each of the sizes. So the smaller size is a dark black and the biggest size is a light grey. So I imagine it'll probably make it a bit easier to follow the correct size when you're cutting it out. That all goes quite neatly and nicely back into the envelope. I did have a quick look through my fabric stash to try and find something suitable. I didn't have a whole lot of luck, but I am thinking of making a toile out of this stuff, which I got for free at a fabric exchange. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, it is nice and drapey and it's quite warm, but there's not a whole lot of it, so I'll probably have to make it sleeveless if I do go with this one. But it's a really good excuse to go fabric shopping. I really recommend having a look through the catalogue of patterns that they have available because there are some really interesting designs there that you don't see anywhere else. And I actually have a discount code as well, so if you enter CANDY10, that's CANDY10 at the checkout, you'll get 10% off any order. I should have my first version of this pattern up in the next 2 weeks or so, so definitely keep an eye out for that. If it's not on this channel, it will be over on my Instagram, so head over to Cotton by Candy on Instagram to follow me there. Here is a little pixel update for you. She has possibly tripled in size since the last video, and she's definitely tripled in mischief and doubled in fashion sense. She's definitely making much more trouble, but she is still very, very cute. If you liked the video, please like the video and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more fashion and sewing in Japan, and I'll see you next time. Bye!